So here is uncomfortable truth. Hard work alone will not make you successful. I have learned this the hard way after spending years watching people I knew work themselves to the bone, waking up early, coming home late, missing out on important family moments for 40 years plus, only to grow old, live paycheck to paycheck on a fixed income, suffering in their old age, constantly stressed about how to pay groceries, bills, and medicine. Some even end up having to move in with families or strangers because they cannot afford their own place anymore, losing the independence they worked for so many years. Others even face the crushing weight of unexpected expenses, medical expenses, emergencies, home repairs, with no savings to fall back on. And all of that after a lifetime of 40 years plus doing the hard work. It is heartbreaking. When I saw what was happening to so many hardworking people around me, I knew right then that I didn't want to go down that road. Especially since I was already 35, I had to find the real solution to break free from that cycle. That's when I started studying some of the most successful people in the world. I wanted to understand why some people seem to skyrocket to success while others just stay stuck, spinning their wheels. Over the next few minutes, I will walk you through how to put each of these rules into action so that you can start swinging the odds in your favor. So just 7 years ago, I was 35, broke, unemployed, a stay-at-home mom with zero net worth, thousands of dollars in student loan debt, and a bad credit. I honestly thought that life had passed me by because you would see online people at 16 said, I made my first million at 16. I retired at 25 and here I was at 35 with absolutely no money. So I decided to do something different. No finance degree, no background in money, just a simple step-by-step plan that I followed. So that framework got me out of the financial hole that I was in to building a 7-figure net worth in under 7 years without hustling myself to exhaustion. If you just simply apply these basic simple steps to your money consistently, you will see the result compound. The key word is consistent. Let's jump into it. Rule number 1 is the 95 and 5 rule. Most of what we think of as success is just the highlight reels that we see on social media. The luxury vacation, the designer bags, the Instagram-worthy moment. That's really just the tip of the iceberg, maybe the 5% of the story. What we don't see is the other 95, the part that happens quietly behind the scene when no one is watching, because real success is actually built in the dark. As Tony Robbins says it, people are celebrated in public for years they spend practicing in private. And that's what we're talking about here. The discipline, the small daily choices, the consistency that no one claps. That's what makes all the difference. Financial success is simple. Just keep doing the basics consistently. Monitor your income and your expenses. Cut out everything that doesn't serve you. Live below your means. Create emergency fund to protect you from going into debt and use the leftover to pay off all your debt. Then begin to invest the leftover in quality investment that gives you at least 8%, something like the S&P. That's it. Just these 4 steps. But here is the catch. You have to check in every single day. Every day, look at your finances, decide what needs to stop and what needs to continue. Because chances are, if you let even one day slip by, you will end up spending on something that you don't even need. If you don't check in daily and remind yourself to stick to the plan, when you have a bad day at work, you will want to go do retail therapy to feel better. You have to check in every day. Ultimately, success comes from being extremely consistent with the basics over a long period of time. Don't try to set up any complex system. Just stick to the basics for a long time. That's all you need to know, and that's all you need to do. My very first job at 35 years old paid me just $30,000 a year, but I treated that 30K like I was the top 1%. I gave every single dollar a job. Some went to necessities, some went to building emergency fund, and the rest just went to crushing out my student loan debt. On that 30K, I mastered the discipline, the consistency, and the mindset that I needed. That was my training ground. Because if I cannot manage 30K, how will I ever be able to manage 100K or 1 million? So I used that 30K as my training ground and got all the skills I needed to be able to manage when I had the 6-figure and now managing a 7-figure network. All because of the skills I learned while managing that 30K a year. So when my income grew, it became much easier for me to grow my wealth even faster. When I was starting out, I treated my money the same way a professional athlete treats practice. Every single week, I would sit down, no matter how tired I was, and I review my budget. Nothing fancy, just the basics. Just stick to the basics consistently. Track what came in and what went out, making sure that I saved at least 30%, paying down my debt every month and putting money aside for emergency fund and for investment. That's it. Week after week after week, these boring little actions compound into something big over time. Even I am shocked at the outstanding result I see from the boring, basic actions I consistently took over the years. Here is the thing. You've got to let discomfort be your motivation. Most people only change when the pain of staying the same finally outweighs the fear of doing something different. As Jim Rohn would say it, there are two kinds of pain. The pain of discipline and the pain of regret. Discipline weighs ounces, but regret, it weighs tons. For example, blowing your whole paycheck on things that you don't need feels easy and comfortable and fun at the moment. But months later, when the car breaks down and you need that $500 and you don't have it, that regret is crushing. Skipping the budget meeting with yourself feels nice, but years from now, when you're still stuck in the exact same place you were 5-10 years ago, living paycheck to paycheck, that regret is heavy. So remind yourself every day, the discomfort of being disciplined today is nothing compared to the regret of doing nothing tomorrow. Let me ask you something. What if in 12 months from now, you are still in the exact same place you are today? The same paycheck, same debt, same sinking feeling every time that you check your bank account. Having the same quiet panic when unexpected bill shows up or when an emergency happens. Would you be okay with that? Here is the hard truth, and it hurts, but you need to hear it. If you don't change anything, nothing will ever change. You will just wake up a year older, still wondering when it's finally your turn. Most people never move forward because they choose comfort over growth. They tell themselves, I'll start saving when I make more money. Sometimes they also say, investment is risky. I don't want to lose money. I'll do it next time, maybe later. Meanwhile, they keep scrolling Instagram, watching strangers live the life they dream about, and sinking deeper into the same paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. That kind of comfort is very deadly. So here is what I have learned. Discipline today is hard, but regret tomorrow is unbearable. It is hard to say no to happy hour with your friends when you're going out. It's hard to skip the impulse Amazon order when you're stressed. It's hard to sit down and face your finances and tell yourself the truth. But guess what's harder? Being 60 and still working a job you hate because you have no savings. Watching your kids struggle because you never built a financial cushion for them. Lying awake at night wishing you had started sooner while everyone else is retiring in peace. If that doesn't scare you a little, it should. The next 12 months will pass. The question is, where will your finances be when those 12 months go by? The people who build real wealth are not necessarily smarter or luckier than you. They just got more comfortable with being uncomfortable. They decided that the pain of staying broke is worse than the discomfort of learning to save, to invest, or to take risk. They push themselves when it feels hard, and they keep going even when it feels boring. So today, decide which pain you would rather live with. Is it the temporary sting of saying no to things that don't move you forward, or the lifelong weight of regret for never trying? You don't have to get it perfect. You just have to start. And when you do, the path will open up and you will get to understand it better. Building wealth isn't just about the numbers. It's about being the person who takes control of their finances, makes smart choices, and keeps pushing forward no matter how much they fail. Wealth comes from how you think and act with your money every single day. So my question to you today is, where do you want to be in a year? I will be holding a live class here on my channel soon. So please comment below and let me know what you would like to know more about when it comes to how money works and when it comes to how to build wealth. If you enjoyed this video and want more insight on how to build lasting wealth, please like and subscribe to my channel and check out the next video in the description. I have also attached some free tools for you like budget tracker and financial planners that I currently use. They are free for you to download. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next strategy session.